Good evening, race fans. We are live here tonight for the Crooked Line Racing Lanier Speedway Summer Classic. $50 is in the prize pool for tonight's top three finishers. First place is going to walk away with $25. Second place getting $15, and third place is going to take home a cool $10, free of charge, free entry. All these drivers had to do tonight was show up and race. But of course, the first rule is to have fun. So that's what we're going to do here tonight. 200 big laps here at Lanier Speedway. Glad to have y'all with us as always here live on a Friday night. True Sim Production style, baby. Hit that thumbs up button, headbutt it, do whatever you got to do. But for right now, since I messed up, I joined in as a driver. We cannot see qualifying currently. I'm going to send it trackside for some pre-race festivities. We'll be back momentarily.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Alrighty, folks, we are back here at Lanier Speedway live on a Friday night. Something we didn't touch on a while ago since I did miss qualifying. Top 25 fastest cars will advance to the featured event qualifying. No last chance qualifiers. Your last chance to qualify is through qualifying. Top 25 cars will make the starting grid. With this being a hosted race, please bear in mind I will not know all these paint schemes, all these cars, all these drivers' names. So bear with me on that. 200 laps will be here for a while. Hopefully we can get most of them learned by the time the 200 lap is completed. But we're going to make no promises. Right now, Blake Thornburg in the number 42, he is currently holding down provisional pole with a 13.62. Second place of Reese Bogue in the number 4 car. You know I got to pay homage to the 4 car. That's my racing number. He's going to be starting outside row number 1. It does look like just 300ths off of our pole pace set by Blake Thornburg with a 13.65. Gonna be a good night here, folks. No fast repair either. So for ones that tune in to our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night short track series here on True Sim Productions with Crooked Line Racing, you know them guys, they normally have a fast repair to play with. And folks, for the ones not familiar, fast repair, you get any damage to your race car whatsoever, you go down pit road and you basically voila, get a new one. It's think of it as a mulligan in golf. Think of it as just a do-over. But tonight, no fast repair. Nothing in the pocket. You get damage on the car, you got to go down pit road and try to get it serviced. And these cars, they are very easy to tear up right front, steering components, stuff like that. So at a short track like this, you got to stay off the walls. But these drivers, they have about a 5-minute warm-up here. Racing admins may advance this. We'll have to wait and see what they're doing right now. Race control is currently working to make sure there's only 25 drivers that are in the featured event, top 25. So while they do this, we're going to throw it over to Bam Racing Videos. Pay the bills here momentarily, and we'll be back for that grid action. Stay with us. We'll be back momentarily.
it off on turn 2, the next time out there.
Chris Fight with the whole shot. Burrows gets wadded up right there. We got a nasty one.
Three laps here. We're underway here at Horsepower Bar.
Alrighty, folks, we are back. Want to thank Bam Racing Video for being a proud sponsor of True Sim Productions. While we have this little warm-up period for this, the last little bit for these drivers to button up, get the car exactly how they want it, maybe adjust the steering ratio. They have about a minute 50 left. Luckily for me, I have went down trackside and found a driver who I believe said he's starting P16. It's USAFirearms.com's very own Mr. Brian Zimmerman. Zimmy, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Brian. So I wanted to interview you, not because you're starting 16th, but because in these late model stocks, you have been known on Wednesday nights to be ridiculously fast, right? That 28 car is always up near the front. Started in the back, it don't matter. He will find his way to the front. Starting 16th tonight. What's the game plan going into a longer event, 200 laps?
Well, number one, it's going to be survival. I mean, these guys out here, they're super fast, and it's a huge field. Don't know a lot of these drivers in here, so you don't know how they race. You don't know who's patient and who will kind of send it in there. So we're going to try to just play the survival game and see where we come out late. But it's going to be a track position night. Looks like we can go about 150 to 160 laps on a tank of fuel. The thing is, coming into pit here, you don't have time. If you're in the back of the pack, you won't have time to come down pit road without losing a lap, even to just fuel up with 25 cars in the field. So do you pit at lap 120, take 2 tires if the field's thinned out to 15? That's kind of going to be the call for me. I may, if I've got track position, you may not see me on pit road tonight.
200 laps on these tires. So, Zimmy, how are the tires? I know you've done a few long runs. How do they, is there fall off on them?
There's definitely fall off on them. So tires will be a key. If you can get to the front of the field and pit without going a lap down and take you some tires, you're going to be tough to hold off. But that track position is going to be hard to give up to come to pit road.
Right on. I completely get that. Looking out here at this track. Well, Zimmy, we got about a second left and warm-up's going to be done. Going to let you get down to your race team, and good luck, buddy. 50 bones on the line tonight.
Sounds good, man. Thanks for hosting it. We're all looking forward to it. Nice way to end a good week.
Right on, buddy. Thank you. That was Mr. Brian Zimmerman of the number 28, taking his car to the starting grid now. I believe he said he'll be starting P16. I do believe, but let's double check that. We're going to pull up our starting grid for tonight. It's the Lanier Summer Classic. Thank y'all for tuning in. As always, Blake Thornburg in the number 42. He's going to be starting in the pole position with Reese Bogue in the 4 car, starting outside road number 1. Starting P3 tonight, Nathan Barth with Cole Denton in the 46, starting in the 4th place position. Dominique Carritt in 5th. Cody Strubles in 6th. Matthew Barkhouse, he will run off 7th, with Christopher Smith, another Crooked Line Racing guy, firing off in the 8th place position. Samuel Lawson's 9th, Jared Epker's 10th, Brandon Elvis is 11th, and Noah Luzzi is firing off in the 12th place position. 13th is Andrew, 14th is Gary, 15th PJ Merle, 16th we just heard from him, USAFirearms.com's Mr. Brian Zimmerman. Coltrane Palmer starting 17th, and the old man, Mr. Scott Smith, in the number 53. He'll be starting in the 18th place. 19th, Alex C. Harris, who has been really fast in these cars as of late. A little bit off in practice and qualifying there. Going to be keeping my eyes on the 74 car. See him move up to the front. 20th is Sean Merriman. 11th is the Canuck, Larry Bell. Donald Bender's 22nd. Eddie starting 23rd. Stephen Crouch is 25th. And 25th tonight is Dylan Bong. So he will be the last driver to start tonight's event. 25 late model stocks here at Lanier. Got to wait for that pace car to pull off 200 big laps here, folks. Want to thank you again for tuning in. Headbutt that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 400 subscribers here. Haven't been here long, but we've been here for a little bit. So let's keep adding to them subscribers. Let's get those likes. Who do we got tonight? Who we rooting for? True Sim Production on Friday night. No place I'd rather be than at a short track like Lanier. As this first start of the race will be on green. As green flag out in the air, looks like both lanes got decent launches off. Reese Bogan, the 4 car, going to try to fight on that high side, trying to pull the 46 right there with him, but the 04 car on the low side, staying glued to the 82's bumper as we pull up our ticker up top. As the laps, they go by really quick here. You're looking at about a 15, 16 second lap. 82 car, though, with a commanding start to the race. Got them too wide out back. With no fast spray here, these drivers, they have to be careful. They got to be careful. He says, oh, Reese Bogue started outside P2. Well, he may have gotten to the wall in a 4 car right there. As yellow is out, caution is out on the speedway. And now, folks, with this many cars on the track, it will be hard for me to see who is actually involved in the yellow, because live scoring and timing will be a little wonky. We'll pause it right here. Well, I think you see the 39 car going around a little bit back there. The 39 car, that is Gary Reinheimer. Let's see if we can go back a little further, see what really happened here. So you see a driver actually get loose. 2 drivers. The governor was involved in that. So just a huge cluster right there. Brian Zimmerman got a piece of that. And the 83 car just trying to fit places where he probably shouldn't be going this early in the race, but you do got to try to get track position. And that's exactly what he was doing. So tough break for the 39 and all the cars involved there. But luckily a track like Lanier, even though you can ruin some suspension components on these late model stocks, as 31 cars like he's pulling off, you can hurt these cars. I mean, they definitely they tear up parts rather easy, it seems like, with this new iRacing build. But with it being Lanier, you have nothing to worry about in regards to cosmetic damage, aerodynamics department, really. So a few scrapes, a few fender benders, I think you can limp away okay, but it's when you start seeing the front fenders kind of lean in and collapse, that's when you really got to start worrying. Thornburg, though, looked really fast out the gate, so he scored on live scoring and timing as number 42. On the side of his car is actually number 82, folks. In our league races, that stuff don't never happen, but you will notice that in these hosted races when you get a bunch of new guys in that never really race with us, their numbers might be set incorrectly. It looks like we're going to be taking the green flag right back on lap number 9 here. As green flag is back out in the air. 02 or the 82 car kind of clears himself on the 04's nose. 04 of Nathan Bark did cut him a little bit of a break, but look like the 04 is kind of pacing him right now. He is right there on the back bumper of the 82. And remember, only one set of tires laying in the pits, 200 laps. That's a lot of laps to put on a set of these tires. The 04 car is wheeling that car out of turn number 2 there. Let's go back in the field a little bit. I did see a few cars that were bobbling there a little bit. Currently showcasing the 15 car. That is Matthew Barkhouse here. Started in the 9th or the 7th place position. Has went back a spot. Oh, we have a crash on the coming out of turn 2 or turn 4, excuse me. That's going to be a yellow. So caution out on the speedway. As trying to figure out car numbers here. I'm not sure who the 45 is. Here we go. See what happened to the 45 here. Was he just trying to get on pit road? So he's off the pace right here. You don't see nobody around him really. Trying to pull down pit road, and I guess this decides he misses pit road. Cannot get into entry and backs up into traffic. And he is going to be taking a vacation. Excuse me one moment, folks. As we don't normally like showing that and doing that on here, but some things are just not acceptable, and that was one of them. So we are back under caution here. Lap number 15 of 200. Caution light still on the pace car. We're going to throw it over the Southern Shores. We'll be back in a moment. A quick moment. This is a quick one here, folks. We'll be back.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
And we are back under green flag conditions here. 04 car gets another great launch. You got to be careful on the outside because you want to get down low. As a crossover move on the 82. 04 down low. There's 3 and 4 on the exit. Looks like 04 is going to have the preferred line here. 82 though is fighting back strong, not giving a whole lot of room to the 04. They're still doing battle side by side here. 04 is hanging on, but I tell you what, the 82 is hanging really strong in that outside lane here at Lanier. It's almost non-existent, and man, oh man, he is putting up a fight right now for the race lead. Not many guys can go out here and battle side by side for the race lead. They're coming around. Ooh, 31 luckily got off the track. A big field, that's going to happen. Kudos to the 31 right there. He did have the wherewithal knowledge to know that leaders were coming. He got off the track. Shout out to the 31 of Coltrane here. See if we can go back and see what happened to him to put him in that predicament. Oh, you got a few cars involved. Looks like the wreck actually started up in front of him. 00 in the 03 and nowhere to go with 31. Kisses him right on the rear end and just spins that 31 car around. And look here, leader's coming around. Woo! Luckily got the tow truck out there just in time. As folks, I expected this. These short tracks with these this amount of cars, these races, they're going to start out a little messy, right? Guys are going to be bumping each other, hitting each other, wrecking each other. But that no fast repair, that is the ultimate price to pay, right? You damage your car at all, it could ruin your night. As I want to say a huge congratulations to the 04 Nathan Barth there. Started outside, got a great launch on the restart, had a crossover move going into turn 1, got to the inside of the 82, within the 82 of Thornburg, really battled. He fought hard on that outside lane, and where the timing loops worked. When the caution came out, it was scoring the 04 of Nathan Barth out to the race lead. So we're going to see if the 82 took notes there on what the 04 car did to him, excuse me. See if maybe he can try to fight back and battle back and do the same thing here. As this field gets bunched back up, double file as far back as the eye can see. 0-4 of Nathan Barth's going to lead him to the line. He's going to fire him off early here before the restart line. That is legal here on these short tracks. Nathan gets a great launch, but Blake on the outside does not. Him and the 4 car of Reese are dooring each other a little bit as they go in 3 and 4 here. As 82 car, he's going to have to try to cut his losses and get down as quick as he can. You can really lose spots in a hurry here. As oh no, 46 car going around. We saw it happen right in front of our eyes. Cole Denton involved. A slew of race cars involved here, and it started up front with the prime number 46 machine of Cole Denton. May have got a little bit of help on the rear end here from the 5 car. It looks like the 46 was kicking loose already. Maybe got on the brakes a little too hard with the brake bias being low. And just really upset the balance of that race car. And ultimately it just went around on him here. We're riding on board here with him. It's tough to tell from the onboard camera there. If I'm him, I feel like I just got wrecked there because the onboard camera, I mean, that's kind of what it looked like. But when you step outside and watch it from outside the cockpit, it looked like he was loose before contact was ever made. It don't matter. What does matter is Nathan Barr still out front. $25 to tonight's race winner, $15 to second, $10 to third, folks. Sponsored, of course, by True Sim Production, us. Decided to put a little bit of money up tonight, make these boys have a little bit more to race for than just pride. As Don Bender's in chat expressing his frustration. Don, I believe you were the one that backed up on track. I do believe. I'm not 100% sure. I'm broadcasting, not race controlling. As Bart's going to lead him back whenever that pace car makes that hard left-hand turn. Larry Bell in the car number 43. Lucky for him. Well, lucky in an unlucky situation time. He will be the wave around car here. So did not lose a lap having to stop for that last caution. You see, the right side of that 43 car does have a little bit of damage in it. Darrell Waltrip said, racing on these short tracks, if the right side of your car is dinged up, you've been racing. If the left side of your car is dinged up, you've been getting raced on. So, look at the 43 car. It does have some battle wounds, some scars, but still looking strong. Battle of the 4s up front. 04 takes a great launch off. The 4 car has got to try to find a hole here. Now the 82 car, he is on the inside lane, reaping the rewards of starting P3. But the 4 car makes an aggressive move, cutting down in front of the 82. I think the 82 car may have cut him a break there. That race EPI machine that was looking fast as another caution's already back out on the speedway. As we got cars facing each other. Oh no, Alex C. Harris involved. Going to be somebody that was for sure a contender out here. And 82 just gets in there ever so slightly, hits the 82, or 92, excuse me. What's funny about that, though, the 92 just kept on ticking. Luckily for Alex and the 74 machine there, not a whole lot of damage, a little bit of damage on the front nose there, but should be no harm, no foul. As folks, we've had 4 cautions, I do believe, but we're already 36 laps into tonight's event, so that proves right there, yes, it's 200 laps, it sounds like a lot, but I promise you, they go by really fast. So far, the fastest lap on the track is by none other than our second place driver, Reese Bogue, with a 13.78, almost a full tenth faster than the field, by the way. Closest person to him is actually our third place driver, who was our leader, Blake Thornburg. He is right at almost a full tenth off, 900s off from Reese Bogue's fastest lap of the race. All right, let me know out there in viewer land if you have a YouTube account you're watching live here tonight. If you're able to comment, let me know. Who is your pick tonight? All right, lights, or excuse me, green flag is out. Whoa, we're behind in the brain right then. That's 4 car gets down again, but look at Brandon Ellis. Oh, another caution goes around. That was a front runner. I think that was Reese Bogue got spun right then. 4 car got turned around. He is not going to be happy about that, I do believe. We'll have to see what really happens here. Now, 4 did jump down, trying to get on that low side. We've seen it all night, guys, right? The drivers on the outside lane, they have to fight to get down. 4 car almost timed the restart good, almost timed it too good. Went a little early. He's beating on the back of the 04's bumper, and once the 4 car got hit, it just upset the handling of that car, and then a little bit of extra action right there. I'm not sure what was happening there. No, nothing. So that stinks for the 4 car here. Reese Bogue, who has been he's been pretty fast all night long. We had fast lap, right? May have been showing his displeasure with a 46 car right there as well. Caution, breed caution here, ladies and gentlemen. It's like the 43 car is going down pit road for service here. As he is currently on pit road, we're going to see if we can dial him up and talk to him. Larry Belsky, you're live in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
We'll let you get out pit road first. Pay attention. Don't want to mess the old man up here.
It's easy.
Yeah, well, this track's really easy too. If you get a black, though, I'll clear it just because you are in the booth with me. All right, Belsky, going back out on track 9 in the 43 car. It looks sweet, but it has a few bumps and bruises on it. How's the car handling, and what's happened so far?
Well, it's been pretty eventful. Just getting caught up in all the messes. So far, the car still feels pretty good, but I had, 28 seconds of required repairs there, so can't be too bad.
Right on. Well, I just extended it for you. We'll let you get back down to your race team, Larry. Wanted to holler at you for a minute. Was that a fuel-only call on pit road right there, or just damage?
Just damage.
Right on, buddy. Well, good luck to you, buddy. Maybe we'll be talking to you at the end of this thing.
You betcha. Thanks, Tanner.
Mr. Larry Bell there. We did extend the caution there for him momentarily. All right, 04 has a new contender up front, the 15 of Brandon Elvis. He's got him a race win already in these late model stocks. 04 car fires him off super early once again, the Jerry Hunt machine. 15 car tries to come down there. Excuse me, that's not Brandon Elvis. That is Noah Luzzi. I apologize for that. Brandon Elvis is right there in the 54 car. Do apologize for that, but 15 car tried to get down, hold his P2 position, but just ultimately could not do it. There's another yellow back out, as these guys cannot get her figured out now. Cautions, I think, ultimately are proven to cause more cautions. As like 32 or 62 car just lost it on his own. Alrighty, folks, we're going to throw it over to Southern Shores one more time. Got to handle something on the admin side. We will be back in just a moment.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
I do apologize, folks. There will be more commercials played tonight than normal just because I am having to do race control admin duties as well. So just bear with me on those aspects. So if they have to ask me a question, something like that, I may have to help them. But right now, we're back at it. As look at the marbles up here, folks. So you see all them little black specks on the high side, and there's also some on the low side. Not gonna be on the straightaway, but in the corners. That's what they call marbles, and what that is basically just trash. You get up there with these tires, you heat these tires up, this rubber up. When rubber gets hot, it gets sticky, right? So you get up there, you drive over them marbles, and I mean they call it marbles for a reason, because it's like driving on what you think marbles would be, right? Very, very, very slick. So it's dirty up there because these guys, that's where they're throwing the dirt at, right? Just from their wheel spin and stuff like that coming off these corners, it's just naturally throwing the dirt up there. So it's a bunch of rubber, grit, dirt, just a bunch of nasty stuff you don't want on your Goodyear Eagles when you're out here trying to go around these little short tracks at 120 miles per hour. Pretty cool feature iRacing has given us here on the sim. 04 car, he does not wait. He launches really quick each and every time, gets himself a great sizable lead. But now look at Noah. The 15 car, the gray machine, look like a test car out here. Was on the high side last time. Now rows have a reverse between him and the 82. 15 cars trying to drive it off in there. When races happen like this, see another caution on the speedway, you try to get everything you possibly can on these restarts, because you never know when that next caution is going to end up falling. And that's what you're seeing right now with these boys. Like that wreck actually happened up in front of them quite a bit of ways. Trying to find the governor here. Looks like that's where that wreck started. Double Zero may have got him another one out here tonight, folks. Adam or Alex know where to go. As folks, we knew the race was going to be like the Zemi estimated the first 60, 75 laps. So we're going to see if he's a race whisperer here tonight or not. As we're already 60 laps into this thing. So the thought of going on a full tank of gas, it sounded crazy earlier, right? Because they're about 50 laps short. But with these cautions, they most definitely can. As don't look now, but mama, here's that bad man, 28 car Brian Zinnerman got himself up to P5, so he's definitely coming. As we're going to jump on board with Zinnerman on this restart here, I just want you to see what happens at these guys' windshield here. A lot of chaos, right? Got guys coming off pit road. As caution's out on the speedway once again. Let's see if we can find this one. Oh, Josh Vermilion's out in chat. Josh, it's all right. You tuned in at the right time. Come join me in the booth. Or let me know in the comment section, who do we got? Who's our pick tonight? See if we can dial up the governor real quick because the lights are still on the pace car. Governor's been used and abused out here tonight. Governor, you got a copy.
I got you, man.
Talk me through it, buddy. 25 car's been a moving pinball. Talk me through it.
Well, I don't know if any of these wrecks have been my fault. Which
Probably
I mean,
all of them probably, but it's all right.
all of them, I guarantee it. But I just felt my car's junk. But I have Zimmy and Bell down here just telling me everything, saying it's all right.
There you go, buddy. Stay positive here. Short track.
Yep.
That damage don't matter. Take that thing to the front. 25
Yes,
car
sir.
of Samuel Lawson. Good luck to you, buddy.
Yeah. Good luck, man. TSP all the way, buddy.
Good luck to me. I need luck in the broadcast booth, huh?
Oh yeah, dude. This is a rough one.
Yeah. Good luck, buddy.
Yep.
Oh, Samuel Lawson, there, the old governor, as he is more famously known as, or of. Guys, look at the 04 car, just putting on a clinic when it comes to these restarts. Goes down the back straight away here. No pressure at all, really, for the 04 of Barth. Thornburg, who did start in the P1 spot, currently holding down P2. He is right there with him, but it's like the 04 car is just so strong on corner exit. And I want to get a update on the 4 car, Reese Bogue, who still has our fastest lap of the race. Whoop, that just got broken by Nathan Barth last lap by. But Reese, who's been a leader, he's been a strong contender up front. Got involved in a little bit of wreck, got shuffled back. Now he's trying to make himself back up towards the front here as we're already taking lap number 70 of 200. Now that the field is starting to clear out, this is when we will see the chance, the opportunity for some green flag runs here. Let's look at the 43, excuse me, yes, of Larry Bell underneath the 81 of Andrew. Like the 80 car of Christopher Smith, who was the second fastest in practice. Like, he's going to try to follow the 81 here if he gets by as well. These cars are currently slotted in the 11th and 12th place position. Then the old man who just got home from Vegas last night, the 53 car, he's probably hung over, right? He had a flight home from Vegas, so probably hung over. He's an old man, but still, great night for the 53 car. Pressed in P10 on the asphalt track. And we just talked to him, Samuel Lawson, the governor, in the 25. Got a car out his windshield that is blinking a little bit here. That's never ideal, especially on these short tracks. That is the... I can't even see what number it is. He comes in and out so quick. The 92 car of Steven Crouch. Then you got Brian Zimmerman in the number 28 and P6. Cody Struble, he's been a quiet name tonight. Not somebody we've had to mention a whole lot. That's good, though, on these short tracks. That means you're not getting yourself in any trouble. Well, Don Bender, I hate that happened, brother. I do apologize. I get it. I get your frustration with that one, buddy. Sorry, folks. There was a Don Bender, who was a fellow driver out here in the server, had some issues during the race. Another guy I want to highlight. See, somebody I've talked about already. Up 7 spots since he hit the grid here. Started P12. That is Noah Luzzi. Saw him up there actually mixing it up with the leader. Started P2, P3 on a few restarts. He has fallen back a little bit. Reese Bogue is back up here in a P3 spot. Brought Cody Struble up there with him. But your front two, I mean, they've ran like this for a while. Look at the gap. Nathan Barth in the 04 car. He has opened up over Blake to over a full second lead over second place here. Riding on the bumper cam, rear bumper of our race leader Nathan right now, looking back to the field. You can just see the sizable gap that he has over P2 right now currently. Makes me wonder if Blake is maybe saving his tires a little bit, saving his equipment. Remember, Blake started P1, Nathan started P3. Both these guys, they qualified up to the front for good reason because they're bad fast, and they're proving it right now, currently sitting 1-2. Another interesting note here at Lanier is how they attack these corners. You'll see on one side of the track they'll go down pretty far. I mean they'll use the apron in 1 and 2 to kind of use it to rotate the car a little bit. You see him right there. He oversteps the yellow line a little bit. 3 and 4 you can do it too, but it's more predominant in 1 and 2. But you gotta be careful, like we mentioned earlier. Those marbles down there, those black specks we're seeing at home, right? Those are marbles, and you get down there too far, you're going to get that car really loose, really upset. As Nathan is putting a Lanier clinic on right now, opened up that lead over Blake over to almost a 2.5 seconds. The closest battle we have currently on track is for the P3 position. Cody Struble, Reese Bogue, they are both right here, nose to tail, throw a blanket over the 3rd and 4th place spot. The 4 and the 44 here. I'm going to jump on board with the 44 here. I'm going to lay out and let you just listen to his throttle input here. You see right there, he is really working that throttle, working that wheel, trying not to upset that car, trying to get it too loose. As folks, we're going to throw it to a crank it up here, sponsored by BAM Racing Videos. Turn it up. If you're a headset user, please beware. It's getting ready to get loud and cracking in here. We'll be back momentarily. This is your BAM Racing Videos Crank It Up of the night. As caution is out on the speedway here, interrupted our BAM Racing Videos Crank It Up of the night. Let's see if we can. Nate has decided to take the 15 car down pit road. I do not believe he was the cause or in the caution here. Yeah, he was already on pit road. Oh, looks like the governor. Ooh, Brandon Elvis just taps him right ever so slightly. Oh, 74, nowhere for Alexi Harris to go. He tried to fit through there. Could not get it, but man, oh man, we have a busy pit road, folks. They must have had the same idea to split this race in two. Everybody's coming down now that we're here at the halfway portion of tonight's event. Looks like the governor, he was involved in the caution, but he elected to not go down pit road. So the 25 car is going to be scored as our race leader now. That's what we like to see here at True Sim Productions, pulling a ballsy call right here, to say the least. Nathan Barr is going to be firing off in the P2 spot. He's been the fastest guy on the track tonight. Can Samuel Lawson, can he make the track position he earned? Can he make it worth it here? Brian Zimmerman's going to be starting P3 on this restart. Christopher Smith, P4. Larry Bell, P5. So a lot of comers and goers right here. So far, the two cars that did not pit were the two cars involved in that incident there on track. Brandon Elvis and Sam Lawson. Lights are off on that gender-neutral pace car. Getting ready to be back green flag racing here on a Friday night. I'm about to say Saturday night. Skipping days. As 04 car gets the greatest launch we've seen at P2 all night, but he knows right there. It was best just to let the 25 get clear because the 28 is coming. Oh, 04 is going to turn the 25. Just get in there. And I'll be honest, folks. Just basically ran him over. Maybe just was not prepared for the speed difference here. But not a good look for the 04 car. It's been bad fast all night. Interesting was listening to the chatter right then a little bit. Driver's not happy, but I don't think it was on purpose. Just got in there a little hot. Maybe wasn't prepared for the speed difference on the as far as old tires versus fresh tires, right? 04 car, he did go down pit road and he had an 11-second stop, so that tells me a 2-tire stop. 4 tires is about 23 seconds here. The first car on freshest tires, 4 fresh tires, it looks like it's Blake Thornburg, who started out front here tonight in number 82. He had a 24-second pit stop, so that tells me he probably took 4 tires. Still has a relatively clean race car, too, by the way. So it's more than a lot of people can say out here tonight. I know Heartbreak City for the car in 9th place here. Alex E. Harris debuting a new paint scheme here tonight. And been bad fast on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, tour mods and these late model stocks. But ultimately just can't catch a break here tonight. Been involved in a few incidents. Going to try to battle back, I do know. I know that about him. All right, we got these guys re-racked and restacked. We are over halfway point. Going to be taking the green on 109 here tonight. As 28 car, he is the control car, and he uses it to his advantage. Has about a car length gap over Nathan. Nathan is able to slot in, though. Get that P2 position now. 2 tires versus 2 tires here. They both took 2 tires on lap number 98 here. Going to see what the pace is like for the 28 now that he has clean air out front. But the 04 car looking down low. Zimmy, he's racing him nice here, giving that 04 a lot of room down there. But Zimmy also knows 04 car, he's wrecked somebody already, right? Don't want to be the next victim here. Maybe best to cut your losses, fall in line, P2. But I know Zimmerman, he wants to win this thing here. And to win this thing, you got to have track position. But looks like that inside lane will prevail. But look at the 28 car, hanging it out there on the outside. You can see right then, he let the 04 car go. Going to try to form a crossover move here. 04 car ran him all the way down to the apron. All 4 tires to the apron there. Zimmy, he's a really nice guy. He's a good dude, but he won't allow that often, right? You're not going to do that too many times to him. At some point, he's going to stand his ground. Now, just if 04, he just needs to set sail and get away from him, which looks like he's getting a better pull off of the corners here than the 28 car right now. 04 is able to rotate and looks like maybe pick up the throttle a little bit earlier and quicker than the 28. As Christopher Smith rebounding from a couple earlier incidents in the night. Sitting P3. Remember, this is not a fluke that he's up in P3. 80 car was bad fast all night in practice. Had the fastest time actually on the board for a long time tonight during practice. So, has not had the luck he needed. He started P8, right, in that proverbial hornet's nest. But has earned 5 spots. He's up to P3. Cooking it here tonight on lap number 116 of 200. Brandon Elvis in the number 54 car. That car just reminds me of the Dale Earnhardt Wrangler car every time I look at it. He's currently sitting P4. Larry Bell, a bounce back for him as well. He's sitting 5th. Only 7 cars are actually on the lead lap, I do believe. Let's see if we can pull up our NASCAR tower over here. So yes, from 8th on back, Alex C. Harris, he is shown as the lucky dog right now. He would need a caution to fall right now before anybody else goes a lap down. So that shows right there, the field, it can thin out really quick whenever you don't have a fast repair here. And that's a testament to what we're seeing. As folks, since the last one got interrupted, we're going to go BAM Racing Videos, crank it up once again. Long race here tonight. I'm in here by myself. Got to take all the breaks I can. We'll be back momentarily. Crank it up. Headset users, please beware. Alrighty, folks, we are back here. Thank y'all for giving me that momentarily break on the oval course here. I've seen some good racing, but I did notice I'm going to crank it up there. The 80 car of Christopher Smith, he did get around Brian Zimmerman. He is hounding the back bumper of Nathan Barth out front right now. Nathan, he's had a few contenders here with him. He's had Blake Thornburg, Brian Zimmerman, and now Christopher Smith in the 80. Right there on the back bumper of the race leader in the 04 car here. Has the 04 car already used up all his stuff here? He pitted on lap 98. I would think not. But we did see him able to set sail as now he's going underneath. New race leader out front. Look at the 04 of Nathan. Did not even fight it there. Let the 80 car of Chris go by. Ooh, though, he got really loose there. Now he's going to try to dive it down underneath here. Side-by-side racing for the race lead here tonight. As they are still door-to-door here at Lanier. Advantage back to Nathan Barth here. Going to see if Christopher Smith, if he can get right back up there and do another crossover move. I tell you, the one man who loves seeing these guys up there racing hard like that, it's Mr. Third Place, Brian Zimmerman. But he is currently almost 2.5 seconds back, a little bit over 2.5 back from first and second right here. As you see the 80 car, he is hounding the 04 car. He's slipping and sliding on the exit. Really asking a lot out of that car right here. You can tell the 04, he is having to hustle that car around the speedway. Both drivers going all the way down to the apron. He's right there on the back bumper again. Trying to force a mistake out of the 04, and that's something we haven't seen a lot tonight. 04 has not made very many mistakes. Looks to get a little bit more comfortable with. Oh, but look at the run the 80 car. Christopher Smith can get there on entry. Time after time, you start to count him out, but then he is right there knocking on the door saying, honey, I'm home again. Just able to rotate the corner so much better. As Christopher Smith, he's went down pit road twice. You may be seeing the difference in 4 tires versus 2 tires here because Chris, he is just able to attack these corners like we haven't seen all night, really. Heartbreak of a night still for Alex E. Harris. Still a lap down. And actually not even in the lucky dog spot right now. The 44 car who's out in front of him is scored as the first car, currently a lap down. So Alex, he's going to need 2 cautions or he's going to have to hope the 44 is involved in the caution. Now letting teammate Larry Bell by in the number 43. Alex is smart. He don't have a whole lot to race for right now. Larry Bell, who is in the 5th place spot, had a very quiet night. Has had a little chaos, right? But other than that, fairly solid, quiet night out of the 43 car. Got a nice little pocket of cars right here. Some a lap down, some's on the lead lap. As I do believe Samuel Lawson is the last car. No, excuse me, Brandon Elvis, who is right here with them, a few car lengths back. Brandon in the 7th place spot is actually scored as the last car on the lead lap. Scott Smith, who's only 1 lap down, he's got his eyes set on Alex C. Harris out in front. He's 2 cars up in front of him. As Alex trying to make a pass here on the 81 of Andrew Ispista. Oh no, the governor gets into the back of lap traffic and gets brought up to the outside wall. Cautions out for the 12th time tonight. As Sam gets into the back of a lap down car. And then they become hooked up together. Could not get off of him. Walked the dog right up to the outside wall. That's going to be pretty good contact for the 25. Boom, right to the outside wall. Now, with Sam being fairly new to the sim, right, could have saw a little bit of maybe frustration here with the lap car, I'll say. He's ready to go, right? Thinks he's a little bit quicker. But just not the time, or the place, and oh man, tough break for the 25 car there. As you see, he is come down pit road. Nathan has brought the 04 back down pit road. Christopher Smith's brought the 80 car back down pit road. Folks, if you thought you could pick a winner earlier, you might as well go ahead and shake those names in the hat one more time, because this thing just got a little bit crazier. Going to be 40 laps to go, this time by the stripe. We'll see what they take the green on. Blake Thornburg, he started out front. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? He's back out front. Brian Zimmerman's going to be sitting P2. Larry Bell is P3. Cody Struble, who got the lucky dog, he's going to be, it says P4 here, but I do believe he'll get shuffled to the back for being the lucky dog candidate in the 04. Nathan Barth, he is going to be starting P5, so good thing about that many guys a lap down, you pit, you're not going to lose that many spots, right? And you're seeing that right now with Nathan Barth actually getting up here in front of Larry Bell, too. I'm not exactly sure why. We'll let Race Control handle the running order. Blake Thornburg back out front, 82 car. Feel like I'm losing my voice, folks, so bear with me. We may have to take one more commercial break, then I promise you we'll stay live at it to the end of this thing. We're going to let this restart get going, though. Allergies are killing me, and the green flag is back out. 82 gets the launch of a century there. Launch of a lifetime. But look at the 28 car, able to really attack them cars. Oh, no, Larry Bell gets into the back of the 04, and just cannot get off of him right there, folks. We've seen it. I mean, just could not get off of him. Maybe a little bit of displeasure there at the end, too. Let's see what happens here. We kind of saw it play out of the corner of our eye. 04, he has to try to get down, right? So he's trying to get the momentum, and that's a tough one, right? Not giving the 43 a whole lot of room, but 43 did walk up the track, it looked like, ever so slightly. Just tough, hard racing here on the short track. As folks, we're going to throw it over to BAM Racing Videos. We will be back whenever we go back green flag racing. Stick around. We'll be back momentarily. Alrighty, folks, lights are off on that gender neutral pace car. 82, man, back out front and center here. Will this race be caution filled here to the end? 82 car gets a great launch. 28 car should be able to get down and take the P2 spot away. Christopher Smith in the 80 car was able to hold down P3, and he kept it there. 44, Cody Struble goes to the outside of the 04. 04 is trying to make it happen here. 33 laps to go, 32 now. Laps, folks, it's been a topic of the night. They click off fast. You got to have track position. How do you get track position late? You got to go up there and take it. Because I promise you the 80, 28, and the 82, they're not going to roll over for the 04, even though he has been the guy tonight. He has definitely been him, that is for sure. Blake Thornburg, though, is the man front and pretty right now. But got Brian Zimmerman working right on the back bumper of the 82, excuse me. Oh, Zimmy's going to nudge him ever so slightly. Thornburg goes around, I promise you. We'll talk to Zimmy on that one. But I can tell you, after I've raced many years with Mr. Brian Zimmerman, this was not a mistake he definitely wanted to make. Was able to attack the corner and I think just cleared the gap between himself and the 82's rear bumper quicker than what he thought he would or could here. Just hard racing here. I mean, you got 30 laps to go. You're just going to see an ever so slight touch here. Look at the distance he is able to clear here between him and the 82. 82 may have entered that corner a little bit conservative there. Maybe Zimmerman was not prepared for it. So we're going to go on board with the 82 here. Ooh, just a slight touch too. You could hear the contact initiate. Right on board with Zimmer here. Slow it down. Just look at the real estate that he clears in between them two cars. Just drives it off in there really deep. Slight misjudgment, and just these cars are long, and the tail end of these cars are really long. I just think a slight misjudgment there by the 28 car. No harm, no foul. Still out front. 80 car, Christopher Smith. It's going to be starting to his outside. Thornburg, luckily he's had a really strong night all night thus far. He's going to be restarting P6, so he's definitely not out of it. Did not accumulate a whole lot of damage there. So 82.04, 80.28. That's been your fastest four all night. They're currently sitting first, second, third, and fourth, respectively. Fifth, sixth, excuse me. This race has been all about comers and goers, and it's really been about who's on that low side. So right now, 28, 04, 53, 74 of Alex E. Harris. I see you back there lurking, big dog, still a lap down. But those are the contenders on the low side right here. 28 gets a great launch off. 04 may have spun the tires a little bit. That's going to allow Christopher Smith to try to get down. But look how deep 04 drove it off in there. Did not want to let that 80 car clear. Ultimately had no choice. Had to let it happen there. There's a two wide fighting strong here behind him for the P5 position. P4. Got Scott Smith throwing his name up in the hat there, trying to follow the 44 of Cody Struder through. As action is all over the racetrack, Blake Thornburg, he started in 6th. He's already, well, he's still 6th, but trying to work over the 5th place guy of Scott Smith here, hanging on the outside. We saw that 82 do battle all night on that high side when he gets stuck out there, but let's go back up front here. Laps are clicking off quick here tonight. 21 when they cross the stripe, it's all Brian Zimmerman out front. As the 04 car, he's trying to get back up towards the front, but he cannot shake the 44. His caution's out on the speedway. Is that what our race leader wants to see? I don't know. 81 car looks like he has went around. May have got a little help from the 11 car here. 11 car's loose there. Get to gather back up, and then just decides to run into him. I'm not sure what happened after the caution. Oh, just wrecked Larry Bell after the caution too. Okay. Wow. Wheel cautions breed cautions. Are these cautions what Mr. Brian Zimmerman, are they what he wants to see here? We're about to find out. Mr. Zimmy, you're leading this thing 16 laps ago and you cross the stripe. How you like the chances with these cautions?
I wanted it to go green. I really feel good. The car's rotating good in center. It's got a good drive off. Got a good balance with the fuel in the car right now. Feels good. I think we got a good shot if we can keep them off our bumper. But bumper's open.
Did Larry Bell tell you what just happened to him?
Yeah, he said someone got him, so we had to remove somebody from the server. It got wrecked under caution there, but
yeah.
I hated that happen. I got into the 42 car. I think I was under him and he came down, but I controlled the nose of my car, so I apologize to the 42 car for wrecking him earlier.
I called it like you just kind of misjudged it, right? Just got in there. It looked like you cleared a lot of real estate, right? You got in there a lot better and was able to hold the bottom a lot faster than he was, right? And that just ultimately got you to his tail end. But lights are off on the pace car, Zimmy. 15 to go. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Mr. Brian Zimmerman going to try to give him hell here. I know he always has some fans in the stands watching, so let me know if we're a Zimmy fan out in the chat. As Brian Zimmerman gets a great launch, but the 04 car he did as well. 04 car, he has been the man to beat all night, has been Nathan Barth. He's going to try to get clear of the 80. He does indeed. Maybe a little self-clear action as they are beating and banging back here for the 3rd, 4th, 5th place position. Side by side as far back as you can see, except for the top two. 53 car Scott Smith to the inside of the 80. Still driving it in there, driving it off super hard is the 80 though. Trying to make that car stick here. Remember, top three finishers tonight get paid. 25 to our race winner who looks right now to be Brian Zimmerman, who's out front. $15 second place and $10 to third place here. So I promise you, these guys are fighting for third place like they would for a win. Recognition and pride and a little bit of cash. As it's going to be 10 laps to go, this time by the stripe. Advantage goes to Zimmerman by almost half a second here. You see the closing right there, though. It went from half a second down to 3.5 tenths pretty quick. Nathan Barth, he is able to rotate really quick. Caution's out. Scott Smith, who was just doing battle for the 4th place position. Or 3rd place position, excuse me. Like the 44, Cody may have got into him right here. Let's see what happens, though. Little slight bobble right there. Oh, just may have thought he was clear. Ultimately, there's a car there. Honey, I'm home. And sucks for the 53 because, damn, dang it, he was having a really strong run right there. Alrighty, 28.04. That's your starting row here. What will you do? $25 Lanier Summer Classic. What will you do to park your car in victory lane here? We're going to find out. Both of these guys, they've had blemishes on their race. They have not had a perfect record in regards to the race. 04 accidentally turned somebody earlier. 28, you heard him there. Accidentally may have turned somebody earlier, right? It's short track racing. It comes down to this here. See if the lights go off on the pace car. The lights are going to stay on one more lap. So looks like it may be a 5-lap shootout. And folks, we do have overtime here tonight. We have 3 attempts at a green-white checker. So we should finish this thing under race pace. I so hope so, because we're getting ready to have a barn burner here. Hit that thumbs up button. Thank you for tuning in with us here on a Friday night. True Sim Productions. I know the other commentator on True Sim Productions, Sam Baumgartner, he is currently out being a pit reporter at Lernerville, so that's something pretty cool. Glad to hear that. So Sam, he's does a hell of a job here on True Sim Productions, and I know he's going to kill it in real life. We're super excited for him. But right now, we're super excited for Brian Zimmerman. Field is in his hands here. 28.04, kind of leaning on each other right then a little bit. 04 was trying to line up out in front a little bit, but gets a great launch, though. The 80 car is not able to get down in the P2 range. 04 car was able to get clear here. 4 laps to go. He is right there to the back bumper of the 28. Jimmy, he's an old school, die-hard NASCAR fan. He loves the bump and run. You heard him say a while ago when he was out front, he said the bumper's open. He's very, 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 very open to being bumped right here. He knows it's going to happen, right? So when you're in that mind frame, you're prepared for it. But right here, 04 car's got to get there. He has the mirror full with the 80. 28 coming out of turn number 4. Looks like it's going to be white flag in the air from Barney Fife Jr. here. Next flag will end it. 200 laps. Lanier Summer Classic. $50 on the line for a top 3. Do not think the 04 can get there. Going to have his hands full with the 80 right there behind him. As coming out of turn 4 for the final time tonight. Give it to him. Mr. USAFirearms.com. Brian Zimmerman. As we've called him Mr. Restrictor Plate. I think we're getting ready to change his name to Mr. Late Model Stock. Because he has proven to be a contender on Wednesday nights. And now he's proven to be a contender here on Friday nights as well. Mr. Brian Zimmerman, congratulations on your Summer Classic victory here at Lanier. As 82 car showing his displeasure with the 28 a little bit right there. Which no harm, no foul, right? Both of those guys race hard. As 28 car is going to burn it down. Did not have a whole lot of damage, but has some now. As look at the 28 car. This winning moment brought to you by BAM Racing Videos over on YouTube. You like grassroots, real life short track racing, you need to look up BAM Racing Videos over on YouTube.com. Alright, let's see if we can find Christopher Smith. See if he'll come in and do an interview with us. As Zimmy, he's going to expire that motor right there, I do believe. Just waiting on Christopher Smith. As I believe we have caught up with the driver number 80. Hell of a run there tonight for him. Started P8. Looks like he was actually trying to initiate a pretty clean bump and run on the 04 there for P2. But ultimately ran out of real estate. Lanier, not a whole lot of room between turn 4 and the start-finish line. We have found him, the man, Christopher Smith. You got a copy, brother?
Yes, sir, I do.
As he just hit us with a Discord there, soundboard. But P3 here tonight, Chris. Long race, right? Up and down race for yourself. I know you had a few blemishes throughout the night. Talk us through your race tonight, buddy.
Man, just honestly trying to save tires there at the end. If I could have had a couple more laps, I feel like I might have had a chance. But I had some damage too. It was like a minute worth of damage. I don't know if that really affected the car that much, but that was fun.
I mean, still overall a very, very impressive night. Almost got $15 richer instead of $10 richer. What do you think you needed there at the end? Just time?
Yeah, a couple more laps would have been nice, but I don't know. Zimmy was pretty smooth. It would have been hard to pass him for sure.
Right on, buddy. Well, thank you for sticking around with us. You've been a fixture in Cricket Line Racing for over a month now, right? Been running pretty good. So congratulations on the P3 here tonight. Who we got to thank for the car number 80?
Thank you for all y'all do. It's a lot of fun. Bad Company Racing, T1S Racing, just everything I put on.
Right on, buddy. Well, hopefully the golf game's improving too. Has it been improving any lately?
A little bit. Those greens are kind of tricky.
Amen on that, brother. Well, congratulations on your P3. We'll get you down with Celebrated Racing, buddy.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely, boss. All right, folks. We talked to this man earlier. We're going to talk to him again. Now, remember, I said his nickname's Mr. Restrictor Plate, right? We gave that nickname to him when we were running 87. It seemed like this guy, all he did was win those races. Whenever it came to Daytona, hell, Irish Super Speedway. But I think we're going to change that name to Mr. Late Model Stock. It don't roll off the tongue nearly as good, but man, oh man, he's won a few late model stock races here late. Mr. Brian Zimmerman, you got a copy, brother?
I got you, bud.
Man, oh man, you got the track position. You said that was key. And not only did you get it, you kept it, you fought them off, and you survived right there at the end, right? Talk us through that final restart.
Man, early in the race, we were saving as much as we could. Try to hold your track position and save. That was the name of the game early. There was a time in the race where I was running second, and third came up behind me. Christopher did, and I let him go because I was just trying to save those tires the best I could. I thought that I may gave up too much position, but we ended up getting the caution I thought we'd get. I'd saved enough, and in fact, I ran the fastest lap of the race on lap 199. So
Wow.
that was our strategy: save and try to hold track position. It paid off. Car felt really good at the end. We had really good tire wear, which saved a good bit. So, yeah, it was but it wasn't easy. I mean, good gracious, it took a lot of luck there. And like I said, when you pulled me up earlier, hey, I got into the 42. I definitely wasn't trying to turn him. I was trying to rattle his cage a little bit, move him up out of the way, but I definitely wasn't trying to turn him around. Definitely just tried to get on him and put a little pressure on him. But I got to him a little quicker than I thought I would. Made contact, so my apologies to him. Yeah, it was tough, man. We had to drive through a lot of wrecks, dodge a lot of cautions, have a lot of luck. So it's not all skill out here. It's definitely take some luck to pull this one off.
I'm not gonna let you get by with that, brother. You just told me, and I had to go reassure it to check. You did. You set the fastest lap of the race, mind you, on lap 199. So if that's not a testament to saving and giving it your all when it's go time, I don't know what it is, brother.
Yeah, well, it was go time there at the end. Like I said, the car felt good. Those guys, the 4 car was fast. Chris was fast. They were some really fast people in here.
Yeah.
But everybody, right there at the end, I didn't know how much they had left, but we definitely saved enough to hold them off there. Now getting by them would have been a different story because it's tough to pass here.
Right.
But it was yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a good race, huge field, a lot of fast cars. So it feels real good to pull this one off.
Very prestigious win, right? So Lanier Summer Classic had a who's who of contenders in here, right? And the 28 car brings it home in victory lane. Who we got to thank for the 28, buddy?
Oh, one thing I want to shout out is Chris Carroll always does my paint jobs. I never give him credit for these paint jobs, but he's done so much work on my paints. I always got an awesome looking car, and it's all because of him. He puts a lot of time and effort into it, so I'd like to thank him. I always run with those boys at Pit Lizard in these leagues, and I appreciate them letting me run with them. Thank you, Tanner Marr, Crooked Line Racing. Y'all throw on some awesome races. Awesome leagues. If y'all are looking for a league to get in, check us out. It's always a lot of fun. We run on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night, and I think I even heard they do a dirt league on Thursdays, but I don't know much about that. But but yeah, we if you're looking for a good league to join, a lot of good clean drivers, come check us out. We're always looking to add some people. I'd like to give a shout out to Andrew, my brother-in-law. He's always watching. He's already gave me a congrats on the text here, so appreciate him watching. My sister and my nephew Brody, my wife Amanda, and my boys Colin, Dalton, my girls Ella, Graceland, and Hattie. They're always watching too, so we appreciate that.
Glad to hear Andrew was watching. I gave him a shout out, but I'll be totally honest. I had a complete brain fart on his name. I thought of his name later on, but I just never mentioned it. But I said, I know Zimmy has some fans in the stands, so hell yeah, good to hear Andrew and them were watching. Well, congratulations on your win, Zimmy, and yeah, we'll get you down there and let you celebrate with your race team, buddy.
Thanks, Tanner. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, boss. So that will have it right there, folks. You heard from third and first place finisher Nathan. He is nowhere to be found in Discord, which that's okay. It's hosted race. We get it. Folks, I want to pull up our results page here. We've been here for a while. We're going to close up shop here tonight after we do our due diligence here. So there you see Mr. USAFirearms.com, Mr. Restrictor Plate turned Mr. Late Model Stock. Brought it home P1 here tonight. Nathan Barth, Christopher Smith was 1, 2, and 3. Blake Thornburg, Andrew Itzmister, Alex C. Harris had a bounce back there. He was a few laps down at one point, had to climb out of the hole, brought it back P6. Cody Strube was in 7th. Scott Smith, the old man, Mr. Dirt, brought it home P8 on asphalt. So a hell of a night for the 53 car. Brandon Elvis brought it home in 9th, and Eddie Loicheek, whatever. I'm a redneck from Kentucky. I do my best. Eddie brought it home P10. Folks, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back out on track Sunday night for sure for asphalt. Maybe dirt coming at you tomorrow night. Not 100% sure on that, but for sure Sunday night. Blazing Pedals. Sam and Terry in the booth. Thank y'all for tuning in as always, and until next time, it's been Tanner Martin, True Sim Productions booth. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. But until next time, till we're back live, we'll see ya.